Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another My Hero Academia manga chapter review for you guys. And we're back with the My Hero Academia manga with more of, obviously, I guess you can say Ochaco's cries, her pleas, and her essentially saving Deku, and making him realize, everything that he's been going through all this time, that they have his back, obviously. Yes, let's talk about this chapter. So this is My Hero Academia manga chapter 324, titled A Young Woman's Declaration. Now, the chapter starts off back at that one big flashback in Ochaco's life when she was witnessing the pro hero save the day with her family while she was on the side street. So it goes on with her in her monologue and saying, I always loved seeing happy people. My parents always looked exhausted, which was painful to see. And when I saw heroes in action for the first time, my gaze went straight to the faces in the crowd. So she's essentially saying, I've always liked to see people just overjoyed, happy, feeling at ease, essentially, just having a smile on their face. And just looking at the people in the crowd, that's what I turned to. I didn't turn immediately to the heroes. I just wondered, how does this make people happy? So we can see that, this has been something on Ochaco's mind that, I guess you can say, where she's been thinking of, I guess you can say, reasonings and ways of hey, I've thought of this reasoning because this helps me and everything and stuff like that. So yeah. Now, when again we last remember the last chapter, Ochaco told everybody to look at Deku and be like, hey, look what he looks like. I think that looks like a hero that's been risking his life, doing everything he possibly can to make you guys get back to living normally again and stuff like that. So we see that one fox lady go on, and along other people making the mention that Deku his outfit looks raggedy and he looks exhausted too. And that's when we see the fox lady from all those many chapters ago who recognized Deku in the last chapter. She's like, yeah, he saved me. He's been fighting out there the entire time. I think we should listen to her because she's actually literally she's telling the truth of what we're seeing. And we have this one person who's like, you want us to look at him? So what? Don't tell me. And stuff like that. Well, that we need to be covered with everything he's covered with, essentially the filth, the dirt, every mud type of things and stuff like that. So Ochaco screams out yet again. She's like, no, heroes are the only ones coated in that filth. So give him a moment's rest to wash the grime away. Essentially, Ochaco's also telling these civilians, listen, you guys don't know what we're doing. You guys really don't know what the position we're in. Yes, I can understand your frustrations, your anger, and everything, but you don't understand that we are all, as heroes, trying to work our asses off to get Japan back to some semblance of normalcy, I guess you can say. So, hold on a quick second. Okay, back from that quick little break, but yeah, Ochaco's essentially saying, listen, you just have to let him rest. You can clearly see he looks exhausted, tired. He needs some rest, so give him some rest and stuff like that. So obviously, other classmates of Yue are seeing Ochaco's very passionate speech, and they're even starting to get emotional and stuff like that. And this is when Ida's telling Deku, and he's telling Midoriya, Ochaco is fighting. Obviously she's fighting for you, but she's fighting for, everyone, all the other heroes and stuff like that right now. And stuff like that. And the one thing Ochaco wants to do is fight in a way where she can have everybody have the right to smile again and be happy, because that's the one thing she wants. So Deku starts to realize this, and he starts to get pretty damn emotional with this and stuff like that. So Ochaco continues her statement saying, if you want me to stand up here and reassure you, I'm sorry. I can't do that right now. I love how she says this. She's like, listen, I understand you guys are upset. You're pissed off. You're mad because you guys want things to go back to normal. But listen, I'm sorry if I can't freaking do it. I'm just saying these things. Because I have to say this stuff to calm you guys down, make you guys understand. Listen, it's going to be a lot of work we have to do to get back to where we used to be at, and stuff like that. She goes on to continue her statement saying that's because we're all griped by the same fear and unease. We're all neighbors here, including him. And in our monologuing, Ochaco goes on to say, seeing him in action, always desperate to save people, has given me so much to think about. Before I go on, I do like the fact that she said, listen, we heroes are scared too. We're just as scared as you guys. So listen, we don't know what the future could hold for any of us. We know that we could go out there and we could die. We're scared. We have fear. We're in a desperate time. You know, but listen, we're all a part of the same, people. We're all neighbors, essentially. And I also like the fact how, Ochaco, we always know that Deku has always been an inspiration to Ochaco since really day one. Since they really first came across each other, and since Deku's first saved her. And, I like the fact that she's like, he made me think about what I truly want to do as a hero and stuff like that. So, and that's obviously when, she gives a whole monologue and she's like, when a hero's hurting or when heroes are hurting, who's going to be the one to save them and everything and stuff like that. And we even get a nice little, again, coming back to the flashback when Ochaco was a kid, she wasn't really paying attention to the hero, even though her dad was pointing at them. She was looking at the people that were happy and overjoyed at how they were reacting to this and stuff like that. And Ochaco is like, please lend him your strength so we have a shot at smiling together into the future. Now, she starts to obviously remember the things about Toga and the way, obviously, that Toga fight we saw back in the War arc, but that kind of dwells on her a bit too, and stuff like that. And essentially, Ochaco again crying is like, what he needs is your help. Please find in your hearts, let him rest and recover, together with all of us. Izuku Midoriya is trying to take on all this responsibility that has come with this power. He's still got plenty of himself to learn. He's just a regular high school kid, which I love that she mentioned that. She's like, listen, guys, give him some time to rest, recuperate, let him understand. He has this grand power that he's trying to take all this responsibility on himself. Listen, guys, at the end of the day, he isn't a 30-year-old adult or a 40-year-old adult or like the same age as like Endeavor and the others. He's a high school kid. And you're gonna freaking be the one to tell him, hey, get out of here. You're gonna tell a high school kid, get the hell out of here, because you're gonna make us unsafe and everything. And I love that Ochaco makes a mention that, listen, Deku is a high school kid. We're freaking just high school kids, and you expect us to go out there and save the day like it's no tomorrow. We still have to learn some things. Yes, we'll learn across the ways, but it's one thing after another. I also like the paneling shots. You have obviously Inko Midoriya, Deku's mother, obviously just bawling out crying. He's honestly lost it. He's bawling his eyes out. He's crying. And essentially, this is when she ends her kind of statement saying this place is his hero academia, which was an amazing scene. And obviously they do the paneling shots between Ochaco and Deku, he's just breaking down. And obviously you get the whole phrase mentioned here of the whole standpoint, and you have Deku falling down over and stuff like that. And it was the whole when they first interacted scene, when they first showed up at UA and she caught him and stuff like that. And essentially she's like, oh, it's a bad omen to trip and fall and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's trying to parallel to Deku falling over as a way, oh, is Deku going to eventually die or something? I don't think that's the case, but I think he's just broken down at this point that he's crying, and he's getting, and honest to God, the same position when he first came across All Might, and All Might told him this is I have the ability to transfer my quirk and I can give it to you. And that's what it gave me. It literally was the same exact pose. And you have in the background the whole phrase of when Deku said at the start of the series, like, this is the story of how I became the greatest hero. So as obviously Ochaco was saying, this is his hero academia, let him stay here. You just have Deku falling to the ground in front of everyone, just bawling his eyes out, crying because he's very damn emotional of what his friend Ochaco, a person he truly cares about, dare I would say probably has feelings and loves, just essentially making him feel really damn good, and just the paneling was just amazing. Again, like I said, he's bawling his eyes out, same type of position he was in at the start of the series when freaking All Might said, I can pass down my quirk to you. And when All Might's like, Izuku Midori, would you like to become a hero and stuff like that? Or would you like to have a quirk? So you have it to where the Fox Lady and even Nezu, she's realizing this, or he's realizing he's like one step away. And obviously, you know, we have, I believe that's Pixie Bob. She's like, wait. And we see that actually, along with the Fox Lady, Kota is actually running towards Deku. And we even see the flashback of when Kota was choosing the shoes out, where he chose the shoes that was just like Deku's shoes and stuff like that, because he looked up and he admired Deku for saving him. And essentially, the chapter ends off with the Fox Lady and Kota running to Deku to pick him up and comfort him and be there. And the last speech Bubbles says is, instead of saying the story of how I became the world's greatest hero, it changed to the story of how we all became the greatest heroes, which I think is a reference at 1A and the whole fact that 1A, Class 1A is the group of heroes that are going to change Japan for the better. Again, unless they're meaning like the next generation of heroes, I can understand that as well. They're also meaning the next generation of pro heroes, which is almost damn near every young character we've seen in this series. I can understand that too. But I think that statement is morally referring to Class 1A, because they're standing alongside Deku, bearing his burden he has. Yes, Deku is going to be the main guy that's going to finish All for One and Shigaraki off more than likely, but the others have their own representative individual fights that they all have to fight and have that burden with Deku to help save Japan. So I definitely love the statement, and you definitely see that the change is here, and Deku now finally realizes that he has to work alongside his fellow friends to be able to save the day. And stuff like that. So I really love that scene there. Very emotional, very hits hard home. It hits hard home. So yeah. Next week there will be no break. So next Sunday, there is going to be a manga chapter. So 325 is going to be coming with no break. So I wonder what's going to happen next. It'll probably be, you know, the Fox Lady and Kota embracing Deku. And maybe we'll just get a nice little cut to where Deku's finally resting in relaxation. Again, you know, Ochaco's had heard these were probably one of the biggest moments she's had in the series, and she's had a few every now and then. But this is so far at this point in the series, it's her biggest moment of the series. Bar none. I still believe she will have that one-on-one talk with Deku. I just feel like Horikoshi just has to pay that one-on-one talk with her and Deku, just from the standpoint of, hey, you know, she gets some things off her chest, and she eventually finally confesses her feelings to him, because that's the number one thing I think fans of the ship want to see, have them have that one-on-one talk where she kind of embraces him and she kind of says her feelings, but she says, listen, we can talk about that, how we feel about each other, you know, down the road after this is all over, you know, when things go back to normal, not now, because we have a world to save. So you go rest up and you go get healthy, and then we can go out there and work to save Japan together. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, my only guess is the fact that they're going to have Deku finally come back and they're gonna have him finally sleep in a bed and rest and relax and everything. And we'll see where the story goes from there, whether that's shifting over to the villain side or staying on the hero side. But it's gonna be very interesting to see where the story is going to go. But a very good chapter. Definitely, again, these My Hero Academia manga chapters are hitting the emotional button. And again, you know, I do feel like they're going to do justice with these scenes in the freaking anime, despite how people feel about the anime today. Even though I think My Villain Academia for the anime has actually been pretty damn good, pretty damn solid. I think people are just finding ways to hate on My Hero Academia, just to hate on My Hero Academia. Again, I don't know. I've already said, if you want to get my thoughts on season 5, you can go check out my season 5 reviews. There's a few times where I make special videos of, or things. So maybe at the end of season 5, I'll probably make a video saying how season 5 was a pretty good season. People are, I guess, the over criticized whole thing. And trust and believe, I know this will be adapted really good. And again, it's like I said, people say season 5 was the most anticipated season. No, the most anticipated season in My Hero Academia is gonna be season 6, because it's gonna cover the war arc. And after that, it's gonna be season 7 going on as the most anticipated seasons of My Hero, which I definitely do think they're gonna do right and stuff like that. So yeah, but other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this manga chapter review. So other than that, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys again like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this manga chapter, your thoughts on Ochaco's words, and the whole phrase of the fact that we are all gonna be the world's greatest heroes and stuff like that. So definitely like that scene. Again, hit the subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content, whether it's the anime or the manga. When you do hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell icon. Make sure you're up to date with whatever I upload to the channel. So till then, guys, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Till then, guys, see you guys later. Peace.